crazy. I want to finish that board. It's just a alien abducting a human under a sunflower field. These were from work when I was working at Dunkin'. Napkins. I was at a shop hanging out with a friend, and some dude, two black dudes pulled in with their guns pointing at us. It was funny. Right when I finished the drawing, too. It happened. Just kept it for a long time. This one's crazy. See a lot of things in it. Some of my sketches, like the blueprints, I glued onto here before they became drawings. It's crazy. Yeah, I write about a lot of different things. Let's see. Sometimes I'm intrigued by eyes. I got intrigued by eyes because of the band Tool. I started listening to them in 8th grade, and because of the eye design, I started making a bunch of different kinds. I remember, never kept them though. What I did was I would do different elements of an eye. Let's see. Self-portrait. From when, I did have longer hair. That's it. Yeah, those are just little things. These drawings are old. If I lost this folder, I'd cry. I almost did. They're from high school. It's crazy. Since high school, I sketched them out, but I never finished them. And this is it's funny, a 3-titty zombie with a jack-o'-lantern stomach, and then its face has a starfish on it. It's just infected on there. I hope to finish it because this arm is gonna be a random slime just floating up because gravity didn't make sense in this one. A lot of things are just gonna float up, and then this one's gonna be a collab, but that one's for what's his name, Seth? Let's see if I can take it out. But yeah, I like this one because of the bird. I've only had one drawing like this, and it's gonna be seen in a bit. But, something about birds. There's always birds in my drawings. And this is I guess a turtle with a top hat saying death, and it's holding an axe. And it's part of its face. Is fading away into smoke. Yeah, there we go. So that's all that there. And a lot of my techniques, I kind of forgot about them because with some drawings I just draw a certain way and then I learn something new and then I don't do it again for a while, and then I just forget and I'm just like, wow. Because putting color over pen with color pencil is kind of tricky without getting any of the details to fade away as I color. I don't know. I guess I had to just go over it again a lot of times with the ink. And then this one's where I challenged myself to not use any black at all. Only a little bit, which was like right here on the eyes. I like the outcome. I did do more art like that, but I don't have it here. It's in my little bin. It's funny because I do have things. They're just all hidden. This one's an inspiration off of like kaijus and Godzilla. This one's from a time when a friend asked me to make a witch nail out of, make something out of a witch nail. He drew like a nasty witch nail right here. That's the nail, like the eye, and then part of the finger is like right here, like coming out. Like if this was like the bump of the finger from the side right here. But yeah, I just made it into an eye and turned it into a bird. I don't know where to go with this one because it's kind of, it is very abstract, so it doesn't even matter. Should just add a bunch of detail because I know this is gonna be a wing right here, and then the other wing's over there, but you can't really see it. And then this is like the tail wing, and it's like huge and it flares out. This is like a half native, half alien face thing. Never knew what to do with it. Just like that it was super random. That's why I went all crazy with the colors. Just giving myself an idea of what to use. That's the thing I miss with myself. I notice I haven't really been trying to enjoy myself with art. I just take it too serious where like I need to finish by this time, you know. But since I noticed that recently, I've been telling myself to just do whatever you want. Who cares? Who cares when you finish it? Just do it. Like I just what did I do? I've been finishing things, but then I write things here to like update myself. This one's funny. It's a rat with like ball sack titties. Like its titties sag, and it's like it has details of a ball sack. It's so disgusting. And then this is one of my favorite ones. One of my favorite ones in ballpoint pen. So like I want to continue it and have a background of like not flowers, flowers, but mainly grass and like a dirt road or a dirt circle. There's gonna be a worm, and then like a night sky with clouds, and it's just all black and white except the moon. It's gonna be a red moon. Close to finishing this one, just never go back to it. This one's like a Venom one, but because of the eye. I like it because of the eye. And then, so this is how it is. That's the eye, that's the nose, that's the teeth, the bottom jaw, the horn, and like this back spike on its head. And then these are more spikes on its spine. This is a wing, and then that's another wing, and then the torso, the legs, and then the tail. It's really weird. I like it a lot. That's why I've saved it, but it's like nowhere near finished. Oh yeah, another one. This is the one I was talking about, the bird. It's like weirdly like reminds me of like, I don't know, just tribes and stuff. They're like a demon. This one's like my favorite one, and then this one too. Like these two are insane. It makes me think of like anime for some reason. And I laugh at this one because I messed around and I gave this little thing right here little arms and little legs. It's just there with its screaming face. Sometimes with my drawings I would try to make it funny. I mean, I don't know why I stopped, but I want to bring that back. And then there's situations where some things upside down look different. Like that's another face with like a triceratops like helmet. That's interesting. Triceratops helmet. This one's an inspiration off of actual anime though. Tokyo Ghoul. Like I'm trying to make my own ghoul, but mixed with a puppet. Yeah, it was gonna be done for a friend, but I never give it away. It's funny before shows, like I've always given away things. So like when people see me give away things, they always wonder why you always give away things. Why don't you just sell it? I'm like, because I'm very selective. Like I don't just give it away to everyone. I give away to certain people. Here you go. This one's sick as hell. It's like a snake, but that has limbs. Oh, actually, just arms and a mutated back. Like it's like a hunchback with bubbles webbed in like a honeycomb. And then at the bottom, it's holding onto a staff, like a wooden staff, and at the bottom of it is a melting pit bull. Its face is just melting away. That's the eyes, the nose, and then the teeth, and the ears, if you barely visible. Ooh. These are sketches, but I don't know what they are. I keep them, but I never do anything with them. But I know they have like a lot of potential. They're just small things. Like this is just an eye with a nose and some teeth. And then the back of this is just a sketch of a demonic bat. Some people trip out about this one, but I think it's not much. I don't know. This one makes me laugh though. The pig with the stomach mouth, or I don't know what way to say it, mouth stomach. And then it has like some teeth powers. It's like doing some weird pose. I don't know where I got the pose from. It's just sometimes when I draw, as I sketch, some things look like figures, and then sometimes when I look at it, I can't see it. So what I do to help me is like I purposely blur my vision. It's weird, and then it helps me see it. Here's the dime bag sketch, or the blueprint. Yeah, I wish I could have done it a little differently, because on the first time that I tried making it digitally, I didn't know much, so I made the lines on here too thin, so when it came to like screen printing, it didn't show up as much, the details. So I learned a lot from my first digital design. And this one's an old color pencil drawing that I was doing like based off of my grandpa, because he's an Aries. And I don't know, I just was thinking about just him a lot. It's very old. And then here comes the finished art, I guess. This is a demonic Jirachi. It's a Pokemon from, it's a Pokemon from a game and a show. Let's see, there's another rat. I like this rat because of the eye and the way it has multiple eyes. These are not holes, these are just yellow eyes with no pupils. And then the few spikes. It's weird because it's a heart, but then it's a demon tail at the same time. Just fits in the shape. Other than that, it's like, I like how the eyes match out with the little fungus that grows on its ears. I feel like the fungus is what causes it to go all crazy, because that's not the natural color eye of the monster. It's weird. I think it's supposed to be, blue. That's why it has that chest. Blue. Normally they're blue because of their body gem. It's weird how I think about these things. I really have stories for them, but I don't try to write about it. I feel like it's stupid. I used to even think about my own world and writing my own world, and how certain monsters evolved into other things, like the way they evolved and what they do. Like I would talk about I remember I was all into dragons, and I would talk about dragons and how they hatch, like specific ones hatch a certain way. This is a demonic frog being eaten by it's an alien frog eaten by a demonic worm. Yeah, it's going in from here out. Wait, how does it go? It's weird how I made it. Oh yeah, so it's this way, and then back in, and then that way. It was weird. I've had the body colored only for a long time, and everything was like black and white. And then recently, I think 2 years ago, I decided to just color all of it. Okay. This one is based off of Pac-Man. The skull is Pac-Man. The circles, these yellow circles, are the little circles that he eats, and these green hand-like ghost hands are the ghost that are chasing after him, almost literally killing him. He's just seconds before getting the blue ball that turns all the ghosts blue, and he's like, it's just intense. I don't know how I came up with this idea. It wasn't intentionally. I was just drawing, and I'm like, this looks like this, and I was like going along with it. But yeah, just a weird old drawing. Oh, this one was like a study. I was just trying to do something different, and it looks a lot better when you take it out too. It looks weird too, because I think I tried to put like some clear coat so it won't mess up, but it still messed up. I didn't use the right thing. Throughout the whole drawing though, I spent most of my time on the eyes, trying to get a good base of colors, because I was like, how the heck do I make the eyes look like they're hollow but not black, you know? And I looked at a bunch of pictures and just took my time. It's crazy how like with drawings like these, using color pencils is just all about your like pressure and layering, putting different colors on top of each other. This one's interesting. This was done in 2017, and it's fused with a person's journal that I used to know. You could barely see, but there's words in there. You could feel it too. I did this drawing for that person because they didn't know how to be strong at the moment, like with what they were going through, and I'd always give them good advice and talk to them, and not only that, but I would try to be like random and spontaneous and be like, here, you want this, and then it beat this. It was a drawing, but I have it back now because I ended up taking their journal and keeping it, and what I did, instead of keeping it after not talking to them, is I cut out pages and just threw out the book. Yeah. Same thing with this one. You can see the words, but it's this. It's funny because this is from middle school, but then I added more color to it, and then I glued this to the back, and then there's the date for this. That's why I like art, because not only does it like look cool, I guess, but it has a memory. A lot of these drawings have a memory. Okay, so this is just a Pokemon inspiration based off a Pokemon named Skarmory. It's a steel bird that has red feathers, but in this one, the original one doesn't have feathers like this growing out. The original one is more armored and just has red feathers here. I drew more of its natural form breaking out of the steel. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah. Then this one was a drawing based off of a friend after he screamed. Like, I sketched it out because I thought what he screamed about was kind of weird. And he told me it was, I guess, something personal. I guess, even though I think this was a fucked up interpretation of what I thought, he liked it a lot. His eyes are balled out because he doesn't know what to do. He's can't even think straight. His mind is so, like, angry, just filled with a lot of heat. And the shell is to cool it down, but even the shell can't do that. Doesn't even eat. Just always upset. And just can't see the problem because its eyes are just everywhere. Always falling out of place. And then that's his, that's his, like, zodiac sign, and I drew that. It's an old drawing. I've been wanting to get rid of it. I was going to give it to him, but we stopped talking because of, like, just different opinions on life and the way we live, different lifestyles, I guess. I didn't like his lifestyle. And then this is a drawing based off of my friend that you see at shows, Eric. This is when I brought him over to the garage over here and had him smoke with me, and he didn't know how to smoke out of a bong. And I was trying to tell him how to smoke out of a bong and give him all the steps, but before he even allowed me to, like, say everything, he was already trying to light it. And knowing that he had long hair, I was like, you gotta put your hair back. And before I even had a chance, he lit it on fire. She was insane. And the reason why I got on fire like crazy is because he would like put stuff on it, like, just to make it look straight, or he was straighten it, like try to look like those scene kids, the emo hair. But yeah, that was a long time ago. And then I told him recently that this part of the mouth is going to be added to his mask that I'm making for him. I don't even know if these will work still, do you know? Been having a jar of seeds forever. So remember how I was saying about color pencils and how I try not to use black? This is another one, but I use black last only on this area. Which is the bottom right here. But I call this one the Aquarius tree man, I guess. It's a monster made out of plants, and it has a tree trunk as a head, and it's split in two. And then right there, a little river with a yellow flower. Oop. Yeah. This is supposed to be honestly an album art cover for an old band. For a friend, in I think 2016, his band was called Eye of Vengeance. But then they just stopped being a band out of nowhere. Which sucks, because that happens to a lot of bands out of nowhere, they just stop. I drew this because of, like, the idea of a blue rose. It doesn't exist, it's not real, but just, like, the mystery of it. What if it did? Got me intrigued, so I just made that. This one is an alien flower, just very trippy as heck. I try to mess around with the white pen marker that I had and just put a bunch of dots in different sizes on one petal, and then the other petal swirls, and then I think the third petals were zigzags. So the red ones have dots, the blue ones have swirls, and the purple ones have zigzags. I remember a lot of times when I would have fun, I added textures, but then I also thought of a similar texture to it, like zigzags are like the opposite of swirls to me. So it's like, what's the opposite? This one is like, I guess, the heart, of this guy, and its heart. This heart used to be this. It looked like that, but it learned how to heal and make it into this. This one's just a random little strawberry demon that has a tree tail. I don't even know what that. Oh, it's like a stick, and then a flower on top. That bee is very abstract. It makes no sense. I don't know where the legs are, but it has those brown things over it. Yeah, that I guess demon just feeds on bees. This was just a random drawing. This is like me trying to figure out what I can do with like anime art style. Trying to mess around with eyes, because I had a friend that would tell me I should try to draw this style, and I would try it, and this is what happened. This is a drawing of a negative Leo, a Leo in a bad state of mind. It's no one specifically, but I've seen many of them in a bad state of mind, and they just think too much with pride and rage. They're not people to be messed with, I guess. They just need a lot of love, and if they don't have love, they just feel some type of way. This one's just a very abstract drawing. It's just a squid with an eye, and one of its tentacles has a spear at the back, or a little arrow, just in case anyone wants to sneak up on it and it'll just attack. It has a rib cage to protect the eye, and then a tongue-like beanie with fungus at the back. And it's just in a weird dimension, just flying. You could kind of see a face there. This drawing is just I guess a drawing of, well, when I finished it, I called it My Soul, but I had a different one where it was a lot smaller, so this is like the second form of it. I like this one a lot because of the colors, the way I added the colors. I was thinking about what complements each other, and green complements red, and I'm like, what's close to red but doesn't really, it was weird. It was like one complements the other, one is close to the other by a different shade, and then it complements the other again, and then close to another shade. Like, I don't know, I feel like blue to make a purple you would need more blue, but to make more of a magenta you need more red. So that's why purple is more here. And I don't know, I mentioned magenta because you need a lot of red, but that has nothing to do with it. I just feel like purple and blue are very close to each other, and then yellow and red are very close to each other, but they're not anything to each other on the color wheel, which is kind of weird. This is a drawing made for a friend. I honestly don't know where the original is. I drew a little sketched out version on his notebook, and I never finished it, and I didn't know what the heck happened to him until later on. This is a drawing based off of a bird on an egg pedestal, which is kind of weird. It has no legs. This is the little egg, and then this is like the design of the top, like a middle, like it's like a metal circle, like a metal plate. Yeah, there we go. And then the wings go out and turn into like claws and curve out. And then its eyes is filled with the fungus. Has a glowing ear with a weird mechanical part going on in there. The first one that was made was a Mad Hat. in the OG font, like the tagging font. It was on a black hat, like this one, but it had matte, and this one's a piss one. This is the second piss hat I've ever made. But going back to the matte hat, I designed it with a bunch of patches and pins, and that gives me ideas of like making other hats, but like with other bands that are like connected with each other. Like not just any random band, but like bands that actually are friends with each other. I think that'd be cool, because it'd be like a little collaboration on clothing within two bands. You know, you see it on shirts all the time, but if you see it on accessories, it'd be kind of like, whoa, this is kind of looks limited, you know. That's why I thought about, like, you know, designing not just like shirts, but I want to do like my own thing with like hats and shoes and backpacks. But I don't know, mainly just hats and shoes. I've been trying to like experiment with. Like I have these shoes right there, but they're just filled with a bunch of spikes. Here's a deviated state hat. This is one of my recent ones. After that, I kind of stopped designing hats or adding little designs. This one came out really clean. A lot of times I like have the lamp over the hat, and I take my time, and I would like over it with like a couple layers just to have that solid white. This one's another favorite of mine. I like the font. I don't know how I came up with it. I was just messing around and mixing a bunch of other fonts, and it became its own. Adding the little hearts right there. I don't know, 3 is always the number that I put, but I also see 3 on certain things that they have, like right here. I know they have the 3 hearts on their logo, and yeah. I've been holding on to it. I don't want to sell it. Like, I've been thinking about it, but I think I'm just gonna give it to the drummer, Christy. You know, just, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be just for him, because you know he likes wearing a lot of hats. This dude has a shaved head. I don't know. I just feel like he'd appreciate it a lot, and it's his band. There you go. I have made this Mad Hat. I don't really feel proud of it, but it came out pretty good. I feel like the A was hella big, but it's all good. I liked it. And then my favorite part about it is the little logo on the side. It's like their OG logo. Really tried my best. And then did it a second time on a patch, but I like this one more. This is the first time I did it. And then this is the first piss hat. I wore this at the Peck Park show when they first played the SBH hardcore song. It was muddy as fuck. You were there, right? Yeah, you recorded. I saw you posted an old clip from that time. It was raining. And then that's when Seth, he was banding, and I got one of his pins, put it on straight away. I also had the piss pin on here, but I took it off because it was getting kind of rusty. I don't know why, but I got scared and I just put it away. But yeah, those are all the hats. And then these are framed lyrics from the split of PDW and Mad. I framed them in this brown leather because I just thought it'd be perfect, from like the sounds and things that they like to talk about. But I don't know. At first, I just had a crazy interest for PDW because like these were kids I went to school with right when I dropped out, and I always think about what if I stayed that year, and what if I made new friends. And I don't know. Sometimes I always question myself when I'm not there for the youth, because when I dropped out of high school, there's so many kids saying hi or looking up to me or asking about me. saying, oh, that's the guy with the plugs, or that's the guy that knows how to draw, or that's the guy that sells snacks, or that's the guy that knows how to solve a Rubik's Cube. There's a lot of different things, and I just felt like I had something to do, but I wasn't sure of it, and school was always in the way of it, and also personal life. So, like, after school and after being away from everyone, all that time spent alone, I realized I'm good at helping people. And that's when I started going back to just doing my thing and being giving. I don't know what it means to frame these, but it means a lot to me. I don't know what it means to anyone, but holding on to something that people made and you kind of like grew up with them is amazing. It's like you do your own thing too, but like they do their own thing and you look up to that and you're like, damn, that's sick. I'm not putting myself down either. It's just like they do their own thing and I do my own thing, and I like that because it's like it's kind of like me. And what I'm trying to say about that in general is that everyone just follows the same thing, tries to get a good job or being a doctor or being something that gives you a good pay, but no one really tries to do what they love and be themselves. And that's what I like about certain people. When I see people, I like to connect with people that have a passion for doing what they love and not giving a fuck about what anyone else thinks. So big shout out to Mad and PDW for just helping me just be more of that. Because every time I hear them play, it's just like I get so excited. I just want to just go in there, just throw myself around. It's funny. But also relating to a lot of these lyrics. Oh yeah, my first HRA student. Not the best sewing, but I did pretty well. It gets kind of frustrating at points because the thread won't go through and it gets like a little knot in between. But yeah, I took my time. I didn't want it too close. I don't know why, but I feel like sometimes people think having like a bunch of them really next to each other will keep it for sure, even when you wash it. But I've been learning that like if you have it like this, there is a possibility when you wash it, it'll be like folding up. But I like it a lot overall for like just learning and practicing. All this is just learning and practicing, to be honest. And I like the outcome. I got this idea from I think to be honest, from Tino. From just randomly watching his stories. I think he was hanging out with a friend, and that friend had a jacket with the PISS logo on the back. And I took that idea and thought of adding it to a yellow flannel, and then also using the front print as a front pocket. And I also like their design because they added words like titles of songs, like they had nonsense on the back, on the bottom of it, which is sick. And I've just been thinking maybe I should do that with future clothing, just have different titles of songs. I don't know, a lot of these things I do it for myself, it's more personal, but sometimes I think I should take in, what is it called, commissions, just to customize whatever people want me to customize in their own way. Not just like bands, but like I've been thinking about making a Laker flannel for my cousin with the Laker logo, and then like different things on the side. Forgot, he said he wanted the number for Kobe on the side, and then I think just a whole like he wants a random t-shirt design of his on the back, and then just as a back patch. So it's kind of like weird, like you're mixing styles together. based off of different interests. And I always like being open to all kinds of things, like art and music. I only wore this once. It was at the freaking split. I wore this once at the split. It was crazy because it kind of got washed off. I had to wash it because it got hella dusty. So when I washed it, that happened. But it still looks badass. And decided to add the pin right here, the mat pin on the side, and for the back, I decided to add an old print from the old. Well, I got an old sweater from a friend. He gave to me in high school. I cut it out and made this into a patch. I chose this specifically because I just felt like it fit perfectly with their band, like with just the vibe they give off. And it's interesting because I didn't know how the tapes were gonna look like, and it's pretty similar. Yeah, so just amazed by it myself. But yeah, this one I chose to make because I noticed I got it off of a show in Carson when Ricky was vending the whole $5 rack, like his old shirts. This was one of his old designs, and I was like, dude, I want to upgrade it because I know it's an old design, and it was a new shirt. So I was like, I asked him, like, I don't want to. It was weird. I was being scared. Like, I don't want to mess this shirt up because I never knew how to like sew like that well. And I asked him if he was gonna have any sweaters at the time, and he said no, not until winter. And I was being an idiot asking over the summer. But anyway, I just give him my shot, and yeah, I was like, you know what, I'll just make my own then. And then I did. I chose this green because I thought it'd be a good complement for the purple, and also like the vibe of zombies in a graveyard. I just thought it was perfect because when you think of a cartoon zombie, you think of green skin. And that's just about it with this one. I've worn it to a couple of shows and it's been scraped up. But hell yeah. When I first started going to these shows, that was at the same time when I was getting all these ideas and getting hella excited and inspired. And the only way I was able to like to express that is by giving back. I wasn't just gonna take ideas and just apply it to myself. I wanted to like get people's attention about other people to see where like I got these ideas from. Like it didn't come from nowhere. I actually got it from people that I've met and things that I've experienced. And TVA is a big inspiration. I remember even talking to Ricky a while ago, asking him for tips, and he didn't say much, but he motivated me. He motivated me, and this one, I wanted to do more with it, but I left it as is. Maybe I can make another one, just different and a lot better, because I had an idea. I think I talked to you about it, about wanting to have a sewn design, a sewn design of a spider web on the back, like a whole spider web on the back. But then I was afraid of like scrunching up the fabric and not knowing how to sew it correctly, so I just didn't try. You know what the weird thing is as I've been practicing sewing, it kind of feels like a spider. You're moving thread, and I have to be very like careful and move your fingers a certain way. And when I move my fingers a certain way and let the thread pass through, it feels like a spider, and the way it weaves, like it holds its own web with its legs in certain ways, just so it won't get like tangled up or caught up in the wrong way. But yeah, Ricardo from Satan's Fan, he made a couple stickers of my logo with white and then red in the background. I liked it so much that I was like, what the heck, I gotta do that next time, because I didn't ask for that. He just made some on the side just to see how it would come out, and he wanted to show me, and I liked it a lot. I gave those out during the Wilmington show, the SummerSlam. Yeah, it was cool. Like, I don't know, I just thought it was cool because I made a little thing out of it. I was like, post it if you got a red sticker, because there wasn't many. And then a couple of people were sharing. I appreciated that. So these pants, been working on for a year now. Yeah, and they all started off with these knees right here, and these knees are this fabric right here is just made out of an old cap. It's funny, you can tell because this hole to ventilate like the air in your head so you can get sweaty. For this side, this hole happened because I lost a spike. It actually just ripped off, which was kind of sad, but you know what? It's bound to happen. These pants are made for evolving, constantly changing. This is from an old Long Beach show. It is a bear trap with a finger in it, like that. This is a Dimebag logo. Used to have the Live Room overdose. Trent Trap, but he's gone. He's holy. He's dead. And got the Mad Patch. I think this is like my third one that I made. Face patch. I'm gonna touch all these up. The only reason why they're like this is because I had to wash them from the last show. From the last pit show, it was muddy. Muddy. This is one of my favorites, even though it's like thin and it's not much of a design. I like it because they don't really have patches. They don't really have anything to begin with. Like, just I don't know. When I see bands that don't have much, I like to make my own thing and show that like, hey, I support you. I'm like representing. Here's another one, and then here's another one too. But they recently made some sick ass freaking high quality patches. I would want one, but I just didn't get a chance to buy one. And then I got Deviated State. They're sick as fuck. Why don't you guys have patches? And then there's SPHA, just in a random font. And there's one little thing on the back, but I guess it's not much because there's not anything at all. Just a ripped pocket with a moon, crescent moon, and it's just webbing. That's it. This is Pete from Sick Creatures. I'm an artist. I make art, clothing, and I design masks. These shoutouts are for people that like, you know, do things for me, and I do things for them, but it's like never out of like, oh, you need to pay me back or anything. It's always out of love and because I wanted to, so I never expect anything back. Another shout out is to Eric, another homie that's always supporting me, making sure that I have what I need, even when it comes to like beer, weed, like just to, you know, not feel good, but like have a good time at a show. Shout out to Rihanna for being there and supporting my dream, and shout out to Dog, shout out to the Brainiacs, shout out to Ricky from Dog and Brian, shout out to Bubba, shout out to Isaac from Dimebag. I like his attitude, even though like he can be a little angry person. I like that you just don't give a fuck and do what you love. That's the main thing. And yeah, there's a lot of more people I can shout out, but shout out to the band Guido. They're pretty sick. Like when they first came out, well, yeah, when they first, dude, that shit was funny. I was drunk as fuck, but I remember. I'm like that, you know. I like to give people pep talks when I'm drunk. I remember talking to Brian from Dog too, and he was like dead serious, looking at me in the face, like what. Shout out to my cousin Anthony and my brother Dylan. Shout out to Based Off Emotions for the interview.